Well, let me say good midday to you, one and all. We are again grateful to God for the privilege of being able to be here with you. And as you probably know, I'm feeding this little boy. He's in his little, and when I say little, it is little now, that can barely hold him. But he was so sleepy and so tired that I let him lie down for a minute and he passed straight out. So we're going to give him his little bottle, and then we're going to get him out of here and burp him and do what we need to do. Carletta, Nancy, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm just kind of feeding him right now. Okay. Yes, I am drinking my water and eating healthy. Kathy, Linda, thank you so much for being here. Excuse my back being to you, but I'm feeding this little boy. Okay. Hey, Doe, how you doing? Okay. Hey, Cora, bless the Lord for you being here. Minister Sarah, thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to have him up here in just a second. I just need to feed him. Jemison, bless you for being here. Thank you so much. Sheila, good midday to you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for being a part of our audience for today. And just the Lord is good. He's gracious. He's kind. He's loving. He is everything we need him to be. Then we're going to take this little booger outside in a little bit. Okay. You feel better now? Rhonda, Debbie, Barbara, Timothy, and all of you that are here. Ready? You ready? Are you ready? You don't want to get out? Okay. I thought sure he would want to get out so y'all could see him, but he's not doing it. Chaplain Hearns, bless you so much for being here. Well, please share, please share, please share, please share. You okay where you are? I do need to burp you. Okay. Yeah. It was an amazing thing, and I'm getting ready to jump on his mama because obviously she is on her days off or up awfully late because I don't know why Booger Man is so sleepy. Well, I got an idea now why he's so sleepy. Okay. You know what? I appreciate you for saying that, Corey. You just don't know how much of a blessing it is. And I am, you ready, Booger? I am amazed at how many people watch that snapshot. Elder James, bless you. Mansell, thank you for being here. Sylvia Scott, ready? Hmm? You ready? Come on. Oh, okay. I'm not going to drop you. I'm not going to drop you. No, I'm not. I got to burp you, though. And so, again, Elder Clay, thank you so much for being here with us on today. That's why it's called a snapshot. It keeps you from snapping. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was too quick. He's a quick little boy. So give me a second. Yeah. As Mr. Bam Bam gets ready to start beating on stuff. And yeah, here he is. And I actually believe he wants to get back in his little he has not been in this probably since he was there you go. That my baby. Since he was probably 2 months old. And no, we're not getting no drum set. No, 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 no. You okay? He really is. He's Christy, thank you so much for being here. Victor, bless you for being here. He really is, as you can tell, a little docile for some reason, but he seems to be brightening up here just a little bit. Okay, Elder Pam Mansell, thank you for being here with us on today. How you feel, Booger? Yeah. Okay. Everybody want to see you smile. So here we go. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. Letting us know that all is well and that uh, our um, our video presentation is up to snuff. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get him a playpen. He is to the point now where he rolls and he does a lot of things unexpectedly, and sometimes because someone's not used to an act. No, you're not gonna take the remote. A little active little boy that they kind of let him bounce around a little too much, and I want to make sure that he is safe and sound. Okay. Oh Lord Jesus, you see that, Booger? They trying to get you to be the drummer of the church, but we're gonna wait and see what happens. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and get started. I want to get started in the midst of Bam Bam beating on the table and looking around, but at least, he's back to being himself. It was funny when we made it to Columbus. I'm going to push this back a little bit more. When we made it to Columbus, we got there to the park where Micah had his graduation party. And when we got there, of course, I didn't see him, but I guess his great aunt was holding him, and little man just about leaped out of her arms when Misty, good to have you here. Bless you. About leaped out of her arms when he saw me. He spotted me. You're not getting this remote. Now, we not gonna let you do that. Nope. And so he saw me, and then there was a time when we were there. I guess I wasn't paying him any attention, and he made all kind of noise. And my daughter said, "Dad, you didn't see that?" I'm like, "No, I didn't see that." She said he rolled his little car up on you because you wasn't paying him any attention. So this is my little boy right here, and I'm grateful to God that I'm in his life. But I need to talk about something. I'm in Matthew chapter 25. If you remember correctly, I talked about what is wisdom. And wisdom is the appropriate application of knowledge, which means you got to know something in order for you to have wisdom. You have to go through some stuff. Y'all better go head on with this drum set stuff. It's like y'all they trying to get you to play the drums, Booger. That's what they trying to do. They said they see the drum in you, and so and he is heavy handed. And he's big bone. So yeah, he can hurt you. Okay, Pee Wee holding it down in Columbus. So in the midst of this, I wanted to look at something, and I read it to you the last time that we were together. And I did that because I needed us to understand the backdrop of what's going on here. Because in this text, you see that there were 10 virgins. 5 of them were wise, 5 of them were foolish. And so, in the midst of all of this, I think, and I can't quote it exactly the way that I said it before, but grandmama said something about people might think that you're foolish or stupid or dumb or whatever. But the problem is many times when you open your mouth, you remove all doubt. And so in the midst of this, okay. Oh, that is so nice. Bless the Lord. Grateful. Gina, bless you for being here. And so when we look at this, they were waiting for the bridegroom to come. Nothing unusual in that culture at that particular time that they were looking for that. And in the midst of looking for that, it took longer than anticipated. And I think this is an important point because the truth of the matter is, are we really prepared for the unexpected? If God doesn't move in quickness, if God doesn't move in expeditious manner, are we prepared for the wait? Are we prepared for, we know that the arrival will take place, but it won't take place when we think so? Are we really prepared? And that's a powerful statement, because the reason that many of us become disappointed, you done discovered your ears, huh? That's what the doctor said. You done discovered your ears. And so, in the midst of that, I want us to think about that. How many times, hey, Katrina, how many times have we become frustrated? How many times have we become bent out of shape? How many times, hey, Ella May, dear, how many times do we find ourselves in situations where we begin to doubt God and doubt God's promises and doubt what God says He will do, due to the fact that when we heard God, we thought that there would be an immediate response. But I think I've shared this before. If I haven't, I need to share it again. Is that there's a process that takes place between proclamation and manifestation. I need us to understand that clearly, because when God gets ready to do something in our lives, He always proclaims it before the actual manifestation of it. And the reason that He does so is so that by faith we believe that what He said will come to pass. And so we get frustrated, we get bent out of shape, because we think that some things are supposed to happen instantaneously. And when it doesn't happen instantaneously, we get tore up, we get bent out of shape, and all kind of other things start happening in our lives. And what we fail to understand is that if God says He's going to do it, it will come to pass. When God says it shall be accomplished, it shall come to pass. When God says I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. The problem is, how do I deal with that space? How do I deal with that time? How do I deal with those moments which provides opportunity for doubt and disillusionment, and we find ourselves in positions where we just not really sure, did we hear God correctly? Did God really say that? Or was that just our emotions? Was that just something that we wanted God to do? And in the midst of it all, He hasn't done it yet, which possibly could say that maybe I just heard Him wrong, or maybe I sensed Him wrong, or maybe I felt Him wrong, or maybe I looked at what He was doing the wrong way. Well, we look at this and we see clearly that the wise ones prepared themselves by having extra. Now, remember, I think I talked about Joseph and how God used him to not just save Egypt, but to also save the promise of God to come through the lineage that the Messiah would come through. So God, in the midst of what He was doing and granting this young man, okay, yeah, young man, the vision that He gave him, and He shared it with the haters. And it was already a feud taking place, because his dad gave him something that he did not give the rest of his sons. Trinette, how are you, dear? Praying that all is well with you and your family. And so, because of that animosity already existed, y'all know the story, yada, yada, yada. And so, in the midst of this, the five wise virgins, and wisdom does not come overnight. Wisdom comes from learning through life's experiences, learning, learning the experiences and the moods and the swings and the disappointments and the successes and the preparations and the plannings, and all of those things are important in order for you to be prepared to receive. But here's the question. Here's one of the questions that I want to ask you today. The question is, do you know how to say no to foolishness? Oh, this is going to be real good. Do you know how to say no to foolishness? When you see foolishness, do you entertain it? Do you get encumbered by it? Do you become consumed with it? Tell me what when foolishness comes, because you got to remember, because the text says that there were five that were wise and five that were foolish. And so here's the foolish ones who had money, had resources, Lavonda, bless you, had revenue in order for them to have what they need. The question is, they come to them and says, "Now get this. This is important, okay? Because the foolish ones took no extra oil. The wise had extra oil, and while the bridegroom delayed, they slumbered. And then at midnight, the cry went out. Behold, the bridegroom is coming. Come on out and meet him." And the virgins rose, trimmed their lamps, and the foolish said to the wise, "Now get this. Give us, give us." Give us, y'all not hearing what I'm saying. Give us some of your oil because our lamps have gone out. Okay, give us some of your oil. Okay, and the wise one said, here it is, no. Every now and then, no belongs in the midst. Hey, Mary, no belongs in the midst of foolishness. Sometimes you just have to learn how to say no. Because let me tell you about this, okay? With that being said, will you allow stupidity and ignorance to rob you of your blessing? Now I know that was really sharp what I just said. Thea, bless you. Lo, good to have you here. How many times have we allowed ignorance and stupidity of other people to rob us of what God has in store for us? How many times, because Elder Clay, we don't know how to say no. We don't, you ain't got no gas in your car and you gonna ride somebody around that's stuck on stupid, and now nobody got transportation. Think about this. You done gave money to people who are squandering their money away and spending it on everything else they want to do. And then when they get broke or the bill needs to be paid, here they come. Y'all don't like me today. Y'all don't like me today. But sometimes along the way, we've got to learn how to tell folk, no, I'm not going to let you rob me of my blessing. I'm not going to let you rob me of my opportunity. And so guess what they said to them? No, because there won't be enough for us. But here's what I want you to do. Go into the city, go into the city, go into the city. And when you get in the city, find the person who sells and buy for yourself. Now, this is the irony of the whole situation. Okay, you found your ear booger. Here's the irony of the whole situation. They had money to buy the oil, but they wanted to take the other's oil and keep the money for themselves. And the wise ones had enough sense to say, no, you go back to the city, the very place all of us were. You go back to the person that sells the oil and you get some oil from them, because if we give you our reserve, then we won't have enough that when the bridegroom comes, we can go in to be with it. Y'all better catch it. I have had to learn. It's a tough thing to do. You're going to hurt somebody's feelings. They're going to get bent out of shape. But somewhere along the line, when people and situations are just foolish, you cannot afford to subsidize their foolishness, because sometimes some folk, some situations won't change until you say no. I know y'all don't like me. I know y'all don't like, because see, we think we're supposed to say, can I put a pin in that for just a second? Guess who else says no? God can say no. And if God says no, then every now and then you need to say no. Okay? Don't you let people take everything you have, and they smoking up and drinking up and doing all the other kind of stuff that they doing. And then when the shut off notice come, they come running to you, wanting you to no, let the doggone thing get shut off. Because sooner or later, when enough tragedy hits their behind, they'll wake up and recognize the necessity of being stewards of what God has given them. Now, here's the thing about it. Because the blessing is on the way. Okay. Now, I'm getting ready to say something, and it's probably going to sting and it's probably going to hurt. Are you willing to allow people to be locked out in order for you to go in? Y'all don't like me now. Y'all don't like me. Y'all don't like me. Are you willing to let some folk get locked out? You looking for the TV to be on? I don't have it on yet. Are you willing to let some folk get locked out so you can go in? Oh, bless his name. Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all didn't catch that. Hey, Lisa, here's what we've got to see. Here's what we've got to recognize. Sometimes folk just got to hit it in order for you to get your blessing. Some folk got to go through it in order for you to get your blessing. And I know, I know, I know, I know, because it's going to hurt. I remember when Michael was in college and I had to get to the point that I had to cut him off. And in the midst of that, he begged for everybody, including the Lord. And he woke up. Now, guess what? He's being a good father to his sons. Why? Because he woke up. Did y'all hear what I said? The TV ain't on, Booger. Y'all didn't hear what I said? It hurts, especially when it comes down to our family. It hurts. But sometimes that's the best way to make people learn, because guess what? We all have the tendency to catch people. We all have the tendency to do for people. Look at you. What you waving at? What you waving at, Booger? We all have that tendency. But what we've got to recognize, what we've got to see, what we've got to wake up to and to understand is that in order, y'all got to look at the text. You got to look at the text. You got to look at the text. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went into the wedding, and the door was shut. Hattie, I'm just trying to help y'all. I'm just trying to. Now look at this. You got to look at the text. You got to look at the text in verse 11. Afterward, the other virgins came also, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, assuredly, I say to you, I do not know you. Watch therefore, for you know not the day nor the hour which the Son of Man is coming. This ought to, Gwendolyn Jones, this ought to teach us a lesson. Okay, I see, and it's hard to do. It's hard because it hurts, because you love people, you're concerned about people, you want to see people make it. But in the midst of helping foolishness, you are robbing yourself of what God has given you for you. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Will we help our children? Yes. Will we do for our children? Yes. Will we let them take advantage of us? No. Okay. As grandmama said, every tub's got to sit on its own bottom. Everybody, listen. Can I ask y'all a question? For those of you who are around my age, and I'm going to see if this is applicable. How much money did our parents have? How much extra income did our parents have? How much money did our parents have to give to? I'm gonna cut the TV on in a minute, Booger. To give to us when we hit it. You know, my dad used to give me the Union 76 credit card, and he'd tell me put $10 in there. You got to remember, $10 was a whole lot of gas. And then when that ran out, I was just a run out brother. Okay. And you know what it taught me? No, y'all not hearing what I'm saying. It taught me to manage what I had so I can quit asking other people to bail me out. And it grew me up. Yeah, I know. And I did the same thing with my kids. I hope my kids are doing it with theirs. Okay. And so while we say this, Elder Pam, we say this, Nancy, we say this, Valerie, Sylvia Scott, we say stuff like, I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. Let me help you. Can I help you? Everybody's child need to go through something sometime, because we did. And it made us the better because of it. It made us the stronger. It made us the wiser. It made us the accountable. It taught us the importance of management. Oh, yes, it did. Even with this little booger right here, ain't going but so far. I'm going to buy what I need so when he's here, I can take care of him. But I am not bailing his mama out. Okay. Why? Because she has to grow up just like her mama grew up, just like we grew up. Everybody got to grow up, but I'm not going to drain every penny I have on foolishness. Y'all better look at this text. Y'all better look at this text. And so I'm getting ready to leave. Booger Man he done woke up, and now the energy is back, and he's bouncing around being who he is. And so we just gonna go on. Mwah. Ain't that right, Booger? Ain't that right, Booger? Ain't that right, Booger Bear? Huh? You great grand Booger Bear? You great? You Yes, you are. Yeah, yeah. Listen, y'all have a blessed day in the Lord. I got to go. I got to go. Okay. He know. He listen. At 8 months, going on 9, he know what side his bread is buttered on. I got to go. Listen, y'all be blessed. I love y'all with the love of Jesus Christ. I'll be back tomorrow. May God bless you. May He keep you. Is our prayer.